We back you up, don't worry. Don't fret. Big
Afraid is
We'll back you up after that. Fear not, okay? Big football, eh? Hey, hey, what's this? Hey, no, stop. I thought I didn't know after that day. Wait there.
They look.
I was just asking for dog. I was going to do that. It's bench here, bench in there. Bench boy, JJ. Oh, yeah, number 50. Kieran play? Kieran? Oh, Kieran.
Yeah, okay, Shani boyfriend.
Woo! Station. Oh. He was before he lived here. He's been there. 3 o'clock. Get ready. Look at that. 3 p.m. Quickly. Lakeisha, are you good? Oh my God. Lakeisha, are you good, lover? Say one bench. Bench. Alright then. You like? Nah, not like. She went right there. She went right watch out, what are we saying?
Hey.
Lakeisha, I have a message for you today. No. Oh, they must make them kind of just be. Yeah. Find some way to sit I got the feeling.
Bang era full wide.
I suck at you. I think I come with me. I try to be kind.
Right. Oh, take a picture. You want to get famous now.
Hey, how are you? When I call the name up on this thing, I just remember people's name and face, and I remember.
Yeah, she missed the 2 goals then.
And you missed 2 goals, so that's why I remember that. But I also remember you this year, you missed 2 goals. I didn't want to go on there, but you asking me how I remember, you know. I see we think make no, is that girl she scored is Tikaya Dennis. She scored that at race. She scored So we have here the boys under 16 division being played between the Signal Hill Secondary School versus Mason Hall Secondary. And at this time, the score line is 2-0 in favor of Signal Hill. Signal Hill just scoring from a corner right after the cooling break. And so we have Mason Hall will have to come from a hole of maybe a depth of 2 to try to get back in this game if they're going to try and get back in. But we see Signal Hill being looking very competent and confident on the football itself, passing it around among the team players. But Mason Hall now, who will try to mount an attack themselves through their number 6 player. So George is for Mason Hall. He will try to get that one into the box and see if they can get it around the back of the defense. No doubt, and look for the players coming on to see if they can cut the score line at least in half. So George with it. Curl towards the goalpost. No trouble at all for goalkeeper. For Signal Hill, that's goalkeeper Caleb Romeo. And he has no trouble controlling that one. So Signal Hill are doing pretty well in all the formats of the game so far in this SSFL season. The girls have done very well, winning all their games, so they are playing unbeaten. We have the newly promoted to the Premier Division, the boys team, and they are doing pretty all right, winning 2, drawing 2, points of 8, sitting in the middle of the table, which for a team that has been just promoted, being in that position is comfortable. You want to be around that area and keep clear of the relegation zone. We know it's early days yet because the second round has to be played and all of that, but for now, where that team sits, it's very comfortable. And then we have the under 16 team doing well, the under 14 as well for Signal Hill has done well. And so all the teams are showing good form this season. And somehow they should be holding some silverware at the end of the season, although it's early days yet. So Mason Hall will try to cut the score line, ball play through the defense, but straight to the goalkeeper, Caleb Romeo, who has no trouble taking that one up off the surface. Long kick into the air, and then the referee cites an infringement against Signal Hill, so it's going to be a free kick to Mason Hall. Played towards the number 11 there, and he is fouled, says the referee. That's Bowen. Michael Bowen, and the referee says that he has been fouled. So free kick for Mason Hall. What can they do with this? Can they make it count? Very important, because trailing 2-1, want to get back into it as quickly as possible. Shot going on goal, but it goes wide. And a goal kick for Signal Hill. One of the things that you'd realize with this under 16 team, you have a number of players there that usually plays with the senior team that is listed on this team, because you see names like Kaleem Trim, who is one of the premier players. You see Jermaine Morgan, he's also, then you have Ravion Marshall, who is the captain of this team, number 6, is also playing with that with the premier team. You have Scintille, who usually played in number 4 when he's playing with the senior team, playing number 2 today. So there's a lot of players from this team, this under 16 team, that is playing with the premier team. So if all goes well, Signal Hill should have a pretty good premier team next year, in the sense that the experience these guys would have, and they are still young, because if they're playing under 16, it means that most of them are in 3rd and 4th form. So it's good to see that Signal Hill has a crop of players that is going to do them. So if they can stay up in the Premier League, they are going to be able to make some inroads come next year in the Premier League. Number 15 is there trying to mount a shot but couldn't get the shot off. Tackled by Mason Hall defense. So for most parts look pretty good, except for the corner that they would have given up that goal. And you can't call it a soft goal because it's always difficult defending against a corner. Ball played by the goalkeeper. It comes in now to the number 15. True pass in the center to the number 9. Can he get there? Can he beat the man? He goes around the back. Shot and goal. Pretty good move by the number 9, CL Mills. Doing a pretty wonderful job collecting the ball, and he was on the left side of the goal post. The defender coming across him, and he was able to beat to the back of the defender and then have the shot on the right foot and just put it back towards the left post. Goalkeeper left standing. Indeed a wonderful execution of a goal, and you will hope that the skills of these at this level, that they will carry through even into the senior team and even outside of that, maybe into the future. But good display of skill. Good display of skill to take this score to 3. Mason now with an opportunity. Can he get shot off? Shot on goal. Oh, ricochets off the crossbar and comes back into play, but cut out there by the number 3 defender for Signal Hill. That is Devines, Mishak Devines. The ball is played there towards the number 8 player for Signal Hill, Jedediah Marcel. And that's the son of the coach for the Premier League. So he is playing in this under 16 team. I see him down as well for the senior team. Ball is played forward there, but cut off easily in defense by Mason Hall, who goes right back to the goalkeeper. Controlled well by the number 14 player there. That's Jaquan Defoe. And then he is tackled heavily by the number 17 and goes to ground. What is the referee going to do? Having a chat with the player, but no card shown. And the way the referee lines up, it was almost looking as though it was going to be a Mason Hall kick, but eventually it was Signal Hill quickly taking free kick that amounted to nothing. So kicked up field by Mikhail Bowen, the goalkeeper and custodian for Mason Hall. Nice ball played through towards the number 7 for Mason Hall. Can he collect? Can he get it across the goal post? He has it confronted by the defense there. Fakes on the inside, kick with the left foot. A soft kick comes inside, still looking for the shot. Can't get the shot off. The number 17 is with it now. Can he get the left foot shot? He's shooting. Nice shot. Curl around to the goal. Deflected off the bar by the goalkeeper's hand. Pushing the ball onto the woodwork. But a beautiful curling left footed kick by the number 17 player. And then the ball goes into touch. The referee says, and it's going to be a corner. Says the referee's assistant here on the near side. That's Rivaldo, a footballer name, man. Rivaldo Smart, number 17. Taking up that ball just outside the 18 and whistling a left-footed shot, curling back down, and the goalkeeper doing well to get hands to it, that deflected it onto the crossbar. Eventually went into touch of a Signal Hill boot, and it's a corner from Mason Hall. So Mason Hall showing as though they can contend, and they would want to cut this score line here quickly. Ball comes in, not a good corner, and it's put back into touch by Signal Hill. And it's going to be a throw into Mason Hall. Had that goal scored, it would have been a beautiful goal. Very, very beautiful goal indeed. There is something about when a left footer kicks the ball. There is a sweetness to it. Ball played into the defense, but cut out there by Signal Hill. And Signal Hill will try to come away with this, mounting an attack. This should have been called offside because the player, and now the flag goes up. So it definitely was offside because the player had break the line there. And I know the law concerning the player must touch the ball. So I guess the referee assistant was waiting for him to touch the ball and then wave. But it was a good call indeed. I am square right where the play happened, so I could have seen it that it was offside even before the assistant would have waved this flag. Kudos to the official. Did a fantastic job in calling that one. So it is the number 16 for Mason Hall. Mohammed kicking that one off field, comes back to the goal scorer, the number 9 for Signal Hill, Mills. And then Signal Hill is going away. This time overweighted touch that goes to the goalkeeper, who could have picked it up and skipped, but he opted to go for the kick. And the ball spins off his boot and goes into touch for a corner. And he might have been well advised to either allow it to go because it was not threatening the goal, or he could have picked it up and moved from the player. But he just lazily stretched that foot out, which collided with the ball and then spin off and went for a corner. Dangerous position. Ball coming in for Signal Hill, right into the area. Head goes up, headed over the bar by defense, or in fact an attacker. I thought of that defender for Mason, but attacker, and so it will be a goal kick for Mason Hall. Mikhail Bowen kicking it again towards his number 7, but controlled by his opposite number, and he goes around them very, very easily. Can he get a crossover? He gets the ball in towards Mills. Mills pulls, but then eventually the ball is double hit against his foot and went behind, so it's going to be a goal kick again for Mason Hall. But a good pass inside by the number 7, Watkins. That played it towards Mills, and Mills' first touch looked well, but the second touch let him down. And corner, goal kick rather, for Mason Hall. So Bowens will kick that one downfield. Headed back upfield there by Saint-Hilaire for Signal Hill. Controlled by Signal Hill, still played it inside. Can he get the cross? He's going for a shot at goal and goal. The goalkeeper seemed to have been wrong-footed, and by the time the shot was hit, he was trying to change direction like he was going to his right, and then realized the guy was going to take a shot, and so he was wrong-footed, but by the time he threw his frame, it was too late, and it's in the back of the net now. That's 4. So 4 goals to Signal, and we're still in the first half. So this looks as though it's going to be a very long evening for Mason Hall. Ball played back, and I think that they are a better team than a 4-0 at this stage, because from what I saw from them so far, they should be at least with a goal or 2 themselves. But I think the defense might be letting them down. Ball is put inside towards Mills. Cut out there by the defense for Mason Hall. Strong challenge there by Signal. The ball comes there. Across the goal post, looking for a shot. No, he ups to go back. Played right back to his number 15. And then the place change to the other side. Saint-Hilaire. Across goal post, Mills head. But he heads wide. So it's going to be kind of dangerous there. But the only thing about that, Mills did not jump. The player that was closest to him who might have challenged is maybe about a foot or close to about a foot shorter than him. And a very diminutive figure, so it almost looked like a dangerous play with him putting his head down there, but the fella was that short that he didn't pose a threat. Throw into Mason Hall. Scintille, Signal Hill. Goes right back to his number 3, Devines. Marshall. Miss kick that went through to the number 14, but the number 16 is very, very, that's Mohammed, number 16. And he is just playing a massive role there, but the thing is that for a very diminutive figure, I guess it's about the smallest man on the field, and now he goes down. The referee has signaled for the bench. It seems as though Mason Hall is taking the opportunity to make a substitution. I can't believe that they're taking out Mohammed. Mohammed is a lifeline in the back there. He understands the game. Unfortunate. Well, actually, there's a shorter man than Mohammed on the field. Well, they're about the same height. They'll be really competing there. Looks like a number 9. Looks like a number 9 for Mason Hall. That would be Mikel Cruikshank. Is he number 9? No, number 15. So the player coming out, there's number 15 for Mason Hall, which is Hakeem Roberts. He is coming out. And going in is number 20, and that's Malik Mada or Meda. So Malik Meda, he is the one going in. That number 11, Mikhail the number 15 rather, which is Hakeem Roberts, is out, and Malik Meda is in. Corner by Signal Hill. Into the area. Chance for a shot. Blocked away. Comes to the number 4. He too is looking to land up a shot. He's having it now. And the goalkeeper goes down, but it comes to number 8 and he hits it wide. Marcel, that's Jediel Marcel, had the opportunity and should have just put it past the goalkeeper, but he kicked it into the side netting. So the score remains at 4. 4-0. Scintille. And clear offside. Meda came in there and he, well, apparently just fresh, but standing in an offside position and a clear offside. Scintille goes back to his goalkeeper, and that's the final whistle to end this period of play. So the scoreline here reached Signal Hill 4 goals to Mason Hall 0. And there is where we leave it for this first period of play. For the first period of play, and we come back at the second period of play to continue, which will be the second half. Let me go and get my... So we have the resumption of play here, second period. Mason Hall now kicking from the goal east to west. And of course, Signal Hill kicking from west to east. So far we have looked at games here and the win factor has not come into play, but on a day where the wind is blowing, those who kick into the east will find it very difficult playing air passes because the wind is blowing from that direction. It will hang in the air. But it's Mason Hall with it. Moving forward. Mason Hall trying to mount an attack of their own. As the ball comes right back through the defense, right back to goalkeeper Romeo. And he plays it to Saint-Hilaire. Saint-Hilaire getting some support back to Saint-Hilaire. As they move the ball upfield, that's Signal Hill. Still in possession of it. No tackle from Mason Hall yet. Still Signal Hill. About 40 yards of play. Signal Hill carrying the ball. He played towards the number 4, making an overlapping run there. That's Anderson. He opts to go back. And he goes right back to Saint-Hilaire. And he has support in Marshall, the captain, and he loses it. Could this be the first one for Mason Hall, and he goes down? Foul indeed it is, as the player put his foot across the path of the Mason Hall number 6 player, which is George, and he goes to ground, and it's going to be a free kick for Mason Hall. So they're their first real attempt at goal since the second period started, which is just started. So already they look as though they have come out with a different agenda, different mindset, different plan. So we see George, well, not George, but Scott. Both men are carrying Joshua. So this is Scott, the number 7, standing over this one. And very coincidental that the number 6 name is Joshua George, the number 7 name is Joshua Scott. So the both Joshuas are carrying numbers that are in ascending order, 6 and 7. This is Scott with it. Standing in a somewhat kind of a CR7, Cristiano Ronaldo. And as a matter of fact, he's wearing 7, so I guess maybe he was mimicking CR. But he didn't get it. He got it on goal, but not trouble to trouble the goalkeeper, Romeo. Signal Hill is knocking the ball around with a certain confidence that seems as though they are in charge, and they are in charge because they're 4-0. If anything, for me, they're moving the ball a little too slow, but I guess it's working for them, and Mason Hall is not confronting them. The diminutive figure of the number 16 for Mason Hall, which is Muhammad. Right? I have said Muhammad at the beginning with a M-O, but it's M-U, so it's Muhammad. He is playing in defense there, and looks a good player for his own standards. He looks very good playing in defense, and I guess he's there because he understands the game. Opportunity for Mason Hall, and Mason Hall puts this one over the top. But a poor piece of defending by Signal Hill, just lazing around in the back, and eventually the goalkeeper fumbled that one and came to the number 6, that's Joshua George, but he couldn't do anything with it, and then he was followed up by the number 10. I think it was Arthur, Cheslin Arthur, and he just kicked it over the bar. And a ball that should have resulted in a goal for them, a play that should have resulted in a goal. Marcel. Back to Marcel. Marcel then loses it. Saint-Hilaire clears for Signal Hill, and he comes back to Marcel. Marcel playing a true ball through the defense, and there goes the next opportunity for Signal Hill. Shot and goal and goal. Was a brilliant pass by Marcel to pick out his number 13. Looks like 13, and he had the opportunity, just once he get through the defenders, was to hold it and then just put it past the advancing goalkeeper, which he did. Yes, the number 13 in the person of Gibbs, Jeremiah. And so Signal Hill goes up now 5-0. And again, I said the Mason Hall team does not look like a 5-0 team, but that's what the scoreline reads just about now. I think that they can play better than that. Ball goes right back to the diminutive figure there, and he plays it upfield. Number 16, Mohammed. Again, back to him. He's very, very involved in the play. And there goes Jeremiah, but cut out by the defense. And comes right back to Saint-Hilaire. Saint-Hilaire slips it. Signal Hill mounts the attack this time down the left side through the number 14. Comes back to Jeremiah. Right back to Saint-Hilaire, who goes between two men using a bit of skills. It comes to Marcel. Marcel loses it. Saint-Hilaire goes right back in defense again and takes it. And Saint-Hilaire's play have a lot of football time because he's playing as a prominent player on the Premier team and he's out here. Must be a very fit lad indeed. But this is an opportunity now for the number 11 as he fakes on the inside and comes and having a shot at goal, and goalkeeper was able to block it. Not convincingly, but the idea was right. You get everything behind of it and it can pass. And definitely that rule proved to be true on this instance. Everything was behind it and the ball did not pass. Saint-Hilaire confronted there by the number 6, George. George is playing it out to Joshua, but it goes into touch for throw into Signal Hill. Emmanuel Wright. The ball is with Emmanuel Wright. Plays it into Marcel. Marcel plays it to Wright. Wright is beaten back. Goes back to Marcel. Marcel tried to slip. He slips one but loses it. And then the number 20 there for Mason Hall was having a time of his life, but he would be best advised not to dribble in front of the goal. That's Maida. But ball goes into touch for throwing to Signal Hill. Quickly taken. And back into touch for throwing from Mason Hall. Marcel. One thing that I observe with this match card for Signal Hill, it is basically the same match card for the senior team, for the Premier team. The players on this are the same. So you have the guys playing in both divisions of the game, and I'm not too certain how that will work out for them. As a coach, what I would have preferred, if I would have preferred for them to be challenging the Premiership and play occasionally in the under 16 as opposed to be playing shot and goal, blocked away by the goalkeeper, but a beautiful shot there, well lined up and curling, dipping towards the back post, and the goalkeeper showed his skills and his worth, getting hand on it and putting it around the post. But as I was saying, I'm not too certain if I would want to play all my players and risk them playing in the lower leagues when there is a Premier League to contend with. I guess maybe Signal Hill might have made their decision early. Ball comes in from the corner. Headed away by Mason Hall. Runs towards the number 20, Maida. Maida is beaten back towards his goal. And then he loses it, and the referee says it's going to be a throw-in for Signal Hill. Comes right back to Saint-Hilaire. Saint-Hilaire is going right back to his number 6, Marshall, and captain. Captain plays it across, trying to find Wright, but the ball is missed there. As Wright was coming towards it, it goes right down to the number 16 for Mason Hall, diminutive figure, Muhammad. Muhammad plays it forward. Comes back to Marcel. Marcel flicks it out to Wright. Wright is moving towards the goal. He plays it inside to Marcel. Marcel plays it across. Shot coming on goal here, blocked away for the first time, and then shot again eventually. They're appealing for handball, but the defense was equal to this one. And then it goes behind, so it's going to be a corner to Signal Hill. And goal. Again, number 2, Saint-Hilaire was right there. Corner came in, and Saint-Hilaire just lobbed the keeper with a header. The goalkeeper was off his line, and he just went over the goalkeeper and dropped into the back of the net. So that's goal number 6, I think it is, for Signal Hill, as they are mounting a serious goal first year against Mason Hall. Interestingly, the girls were here Mason Hall girls were here last week, Thursday, and got 9. So I don't know if it is that the boys are trying to better the girls' performance. Right, Signal Hill, Anderson, Marcel, Anderson, Marshall, Saint-Hilaire, Gibbs, Marcel, right, shot and goal. Beat the upright and goes behind, goal kick. I think maybe the goalkeeper there might be Billy Jaden. No, actually, the goalkeeper there is Bowen, Mikhail Bowen, number 11, because the number 1 is Billy Jaden. The ball is there, Anderson. Ball goes into touch, throwing to Signal Hill. And Signal Hill is camping out in Mason Hall half of the field. Apart from the one free kick attempt and the chance at goal that they had with the goalkeeper fumble, Mason Hall have not really seen the last third of their attacking part of the field. It is Muhammad, plays it to his number 5 to find some support. Clark is kicking it upfield, headed by the captain, goes to Saint-Hilaire. Cut out there by Mason Hall. Chance of shot and goal. Shot and goal. Goalkeeper comes out, but he misses it again. And goal. Finally, Mason Hall has gotten an opportunity, and they have taken it with both hands. I think the goal scorer there, now crossing the center of the field there, waiting for him to turn so I can get his number. Number 10. So it seems as though the goal was scored by the number 10, Chelston Arthur. Yeah, I think that the Mason Hall team is not looking a bad team. And I think that they are better than a 6-0 team. They should at least have some more goals to their name. Unfortunately, it is what it is. The referee says it's a handball. Kind of harsh, but if the referee says handball, the ball is played forward very quickly towards the number 17 for Signal Hill. He plays it across to find number 13. Shot and goal. The goalkeeper is right there. Collects comfortably, no problem at all whatsoever, and then boots it long down field. George is in attendance, but he can't keep it in. Could tell from here that it's not going to stay in. The bounce alone tells me that it would have gone, and so it's going to be a throw into Signal Hill. The number 7, Watkins, couldn't keep it in. What the referee says a handball against Watkins. Comes right downfield towards the Duncan for Signal Hill. Cut out there by Muhammad. And right takes them for a run. Right go past one and then cut out again. That little fella, Muhammad, just seems to be everywhere. You beat him once and you got to beat him twice because he's everywhere. And then he loses it. The ball is played inside towards the number 7 and the referee says foul against Muhammad. Muhammad is going to always draw the attention of the referee because of his diminutive figure. Everything that goes towards him with the other players look like advantage. So it'll be easy for him to draw the foul. But it was a foul indeed, and the referee was right to call it. So Muhammad with it, plays it, trying to look towards Scott, but he loses it. Throw in to Signal Hill. The number 4, Anderson, is with it. Throws it into Marcel. Marcel chusts it forward to his number 7, Watkins, but Watkins is putting it towards the goal line, and then eventually it goes behind for a corner for Signal Hill. Another set play situation that can result in a goal as we see Marcel lining up to take this one. He's playing this one inside towards the goal post, or kicked away. Had it passed the boot of the defender, it would have definitely been an opportunity for a goal. And we have Marcel again the advantage on that. I have been around football for a while and played football at every time when you have that size, it is easy for everything to go against you. It'll be good for them to put him up in the center and let him run in the box. I know they will get some penalties. The ball is there with Marcel. Plays outside. Opportunity here for the number 7, Watkins, and Watkins shoots and scores. The angle tight, but the 3 defenders with him and a goalkeeper and still score. Again, Watkins is one of the players for the senior team, Jamaica Watkins, and he just adds to the total, so it goes up to 7 now. 7-1. So this will be maybe the 8th time Mason Hall is touching the ball off from the center. 1 for the half, and then 7 times as 7 goals would have scored. 8 times. The ball is kicked downfield, headed back upfield by Signal Hill. Marcel controls. He plays it 1 time, in fact, to Anderson. Anderson goes inside to find some support. Duncan, Saint-Hilaire. Marcel playing a true ball, cut out there beautifully by the number 16, Muhammad. Short man indeed, but he's giving a good show for himself. And then the number 17, Smart, is fouled. So it's going to be a free kick from Mason Hall. Ball come all the way upfield, but headed back down. Comes back to Muhammad. Muhammad plays it up to try to find the number. That's George, number 6. Cut out there, it comes now to Scott, the number 7. Both Joshua's shot is coming from outside, but weak shot. It goes back to Scott. Scott is there in the box. Can Scott get it across? He tries to go between the men. Shot coming and go from outside. Nice attempt and a back heel, but the goalkeeper is equal to it. But the idea wasn't bad at all. They could have almost gotten a second goal. They had the control, or even if the guy had played the football as opposed to trying to back heel it, he could have gotten more purchase on the shot and might have resulted in a goal. Right back to the defender, to the goalkeeper who cannot hold. It goes back again. They keep playing it around in the back. Cut out there, and eventually it's going to be a throw-in, a goal kick for Signal Hill. Marcel back to right. Back to Marcel. Back to right. Right plays it forward to Watkins. Jamaica, he goes into the area, try to cut across, but again, Mohammed, who is there? Mohammed to save the day. The ball comes down the center. Anderson for Signal Hill controls now. Anderson plays it forward. Back to Anderson. Anderson is having a shot, but charged down by Mason Hall defense. And again, Mohammed is there, but he spins off his boot and goes behind. It's going to be a corner to Signal Hill. Inside the area, headed away again, Muhammad. He must be the star player for Mason Hall. He is involved in everything. The ball is there. Man of the match for Mason Hall. The ball is there with Marcel. Marcel still has it. Number 16 is coming from an offside position. He interfered, but the referee could have called, but he allowed play to continue. The ball goes across to the number 6 player. That's Marshall, the captain. He plays it out, gets some support. Still Signal Hill with it. Curling the ball towards the area. Challenge there. Right. Sets it up for Watkins. Watkins is having a goal. Goal. So Jamaica Watkins is having his second goal. I think it is for the match. Scored the one before this and this one. So it's now 8 goals to 1. And Mason Hall is definitely up against it, and the guys are looking to better the girls. The only difference with the girls is that the girls didn't let one in. They have caused one to slip. So they're already in the half before the referee allows play. Muhammad, the ball is there with number 12, and you can see definitely the aim of Signal Hill is to go past a certain figure. The ball is with Wright. Wright slips it there to Watkins. Watkins is going right to the corner flag with it. Try to beat, that's Mohammed, the diminutive figure Mohammed. It comes inside towards Wright. Wright goes across to Marcel. Marcel is having a shot from outside and goal. You would have to say the right idea by Marcel to collect and to kick and put it between the upright. But you would feel it for the goalkeeper because that's a ball that he should have stopped. He actually went all over that, and the ball passed underneath his body. And when he sees the replay for it, he would realize that it was a goalkeeper mistake that allowed the goal to go up by 1. So it's now 9 goals to 1. As you see, substitution being made here for Mason Hall. Number 9 goes on. That's Mikel Cruikshank. And it looks like the number 6 in the person of Joshua George, coming out. Marcel, Anderson, Marcel, Anderson, Duncan. Watkins, having a shot from outside, but the goalkeeper is right there this time, and no trouble whatsoever. Ball played it towards the number 13, Gibbs. Gibbs is running at one, but he controls just by the corner flag and slips his man with a burst of speed. Plays it back to Watkins. Watkins plays it back a return pass, but he should be offside. And yes, indeed, he is. Once that play continues, once he keep running on the goal line, he would have to be offside. And the referee's assistant, I must give kudos to the 2 guys carrying the flags. They are doing a wonderful job. They are doing a wonderful job. They are only standing officials today, but they're doing a wonderful job. The calls are spot on indeed. And I would usually say it would be good to take these youngsters who are showing interest and train them, coach them, get them ready to become official referees and referees assistant. Ball in the air, referee's assistant flag is in the air indicating handball against the number 20 Maida. So it's going to be a kick to Signal Hill, quickly taken. Marcel for Signal Hill is with it. Plays it inside, finds some support through his number 16. Ball is played around the back, still Signal Hill with it. Trying to get to number 10. Ball is played over to Anderson. Anderson controls, and then a poor pass, controlled by the defense and played upfield. Control in defense comfortably by Signal Hill. The number 17, Cody Cadiz, is with it. Plays it back, gets some support. The defender, the captain, Marshall, takes on 2, gets away with it, and then loses it. But luckily for him, run to one of his players. And now Signal is with it. The ball coming across goal post. He comes to the number 10, Duncan. Duncan is having a shot, but he's blocked by it, and the definitely a foul. The player could have been given a card for that. But I realize in these games, the referees either don't work with cards or they don't feel like taking them out from where they are. Maybe to get to them is difficult. So they usually don't show them. But you got to teach the youngsters the right thing from early, lest they go elsewhere and figure that they could do the same thing and get away with it. Sometimes these youngsters, they make things precedent. They get away with one referee and they think that they could do it with all referees going forward. But it was definitely a tackle from behind. And it was a dangerous tackle because the guy was in the motion of kicking when he actually got the kicking leg of the guy. And that he could have dislocated the man's knee. He could have even damaged his ankle. A number of things could happen. So that definitely deserves a card. But Signal with it. Over the top of the bar. Towards the crossbar. Off the crossbar indeed. Nice shot. Referee says corner. It came off the goalkeeper's hand. We would have to see ultra slow motion for that one. But if it was indeed off the goalkeeper hand, he made a brilliant save. And so it's Signal with it now, trying to make it number 10. Can they make it 10? Ball comes in towards the back post. Head goes up. Head missed by Watkins and it bounced into touch. So it's going to be, the referee says, another corner, as it would have come off the one of the Mason Hall players. See a substitution to be made here by Mason Hall. Mason Hall, the other Joshua is coming off. That's Scott. Joshua Scott and number 15. And I don't seem to have a number 15 on my paper for Mason Hall. Hakeem Roberts, number 15. Hakeem Roberts is on. Corner comes in towards the back post. Headed, but over the bar. The more I run through my list, the more I realize that it is the premier team for Signal they're playing out there. The ball is with the number 6, Marshall. Marshall skips a few legs and go through, and the referee is pulling it back, as he's allowed to do. If the player was fouled, indeed he was, but the referee allowed the play to continue because it seemed as though he was in control, but then he lost it and the referee pulls it back. The ball is played out there towards the number 11 right. Marcel to right. Right is with it. He goes back to find the number 16, Jaden Marcel. So there are two Marcel. So got to call this one Jaden Marcel, and it goes into touch. The referee says, and it's going to be a throw-in from Mason Hall. To be taken by their number 14, Jerry. Right kicks it over for Signal Hill. Comes to Mohammed. Mohammed plays it up to the number 20, Maida. Maida can't control. Still, it comes back to Maida. The referee says a foul against Mason Hall. Right, the number 11 is with it. The player is too close, and he could get a card for that. That's in the black and white in the referees, in the FIFA law books. Any player who deliberately stops the restart of a play gets a yellow card. And he is standing right on the ball and would move, even though the referee is asking him to step off. Signal is with it. played through the defense towards by Marcel towards Anderson. Anderson has it there. Can he go around his man? He tried to go around his man, but cut out again by the man Mohammed. That little diminutive figure Mohammed came over and put in a challenge that eventually the ball went into touch, and it's going to be a corner to Signal Hill in a dangerous place. They could score from this again. These are usually dead play situations that can result in goal. That kick to be taken by Jediel Marcel. He kicks it in towards the goal post. Nice head on goal and goal. So Watkins again gets his name on the referee scorecard, number 7. So Watkins has pulled up his hat-trick. And that's goal number 10 for Signal Hill. So it's 10-1. And it almost sounds as though you're playing table tennis. 10-1. If that was table tennis, you start a new set. The ball is played there to Mason Hall. Mason Hall is with it, moving forward. And what they have to do is to try to play the ball rather than trying to do an individual stunt. The ball is with Anderson. Anderson is there, playing it across, finding some support in the number 16, Jaden Marcel. Marcel is with it. He plays it to the number 13, Gibbs. Gibbs is losing it. Comes back to Saint-Hilaire. Again, Jaden Marcel is contesting for it. Won by Mason Hall. And then lost there to Gibbs for Signal Hill. And he goes down. The referee allows play to continue. And the diminutive figure of Mohammed is there again. Kick towards goal. Goalkeeper would have to come and claim. And he does that. Starting it from the back with his number 12. James. Plays it up to the number 15. Roberts. Strong challenge by right. No, that's by Duncan. Play towards Watkins. Watkins cut out there again by that man Mohammed. Plays back up field. And will run into touch. So it's going to be a throw into Mason Hall. Mason Hall trailing this encounter 10-1. And I tell you, they would be a relief team to hear the sound of the referee whistle indicating the end of play. The ball comes there to Signal Hill, but given back to Mason Hall to Roberts. Roberts plays it inside to find his number 9, Cookshank, but Cookshank couldn't control while he turned. And a strong challenge there right in front of the referee, showing his studs, and that's a card. Definitely should be a card. And it is a card, so I thought for a moment that the referee didn't work with card, but he has them. He has them. I guess he didn't realize where they were. He now found out. So the number 10 for Signal Hill, Akim Duncan, quite rightly so, has gone into the referee's book. And we see Mason Hall making a change there. The number 3 coming on. And the number 12, James is out. So Kamal James is out. And the number 3, Ahmed Alexander is in. Gibbs with it. Plays it forward towards the number 7, Watkins. Watkins allowed the ball to run and then takes it on. Watkins goes into the box. This could be a chance, and Watkins put it past and right on the first post. And he scores again to bring up his beaver trick. The thing is that the goalkeeper was standing right on first post, and goalkeeper, you have to let him score in the last post. If he scores on last post, then fine. You cannot allow that to pass there. The space between the keeper foot and that last post or that near post was so small, and Watkins was able to get it through the post and the keeper's leg. He did right. He played it along the ground, and I guess that was always going to be a challenge because it was played along the ground, but the goalkeeper had a right to make sure that that did not score from there. Mason Hall with it. Back to the number 3, Alexander. Mohammed. Headed away by Signal Hill. Controlled by Marcel. Jaden. No, that's Kadiz. Plays it across to find Marcel now. Jaden Marcel. He has support right. Across goal. I believe might be too long, but Marcel is there. Plays it to Anderson one time. Anderson cuts back in the box. Can he get the ball over? He gets it over. Chance of shot on goal. Watkins missed control, and the referee is pointing for the spot because the challenge was a heavy one, and it's going to be a penalty and a card shown to the number 3. I think it is on Mason Hall, who might have just came into the game. Yes, Alexander. So part of his first tackle was to take a man out and receiving a card. He's lucky that he didn't get a red card. The referee assistant, again, this is where the assistant, yeah, he's only standing in because his move from there should have been to go around the flag and stand right where the 18 line or the 18 yards box touch with the goal line. There is where he should be standing. It's a penalty. The referee has given a penalty, and there's where he ought to be. But again, if you're not trained in the field of refereeing and you don't know the laws, then you will stay where you are. But he should be going around the post, and he should be standing where the 18-yard line touches the goal line and waiting to help assist the referee with making decision as to whether or not the goalkeeper move off the line before time, because where the goalkeeper will be where the referee will be standing, it might be difficult for him to judge whether the foot left the line, the goal line, before time. So that is where the assistant would come in. The referee is now telling him that he needs to come around. The referee is saying he needs to come around, so the good coaching referee. Sometimes you got to do it on the day of play, right? And he stays right there now by where the 18 and the goal line reach. And who is going to take the kick? The goalkeeper, the number 1 goalkeeper, Caleb Romeo. We saw this with the girls championship, where the goalkeeper Taylor came up and scored. And as I was saying, that you usually see goalkeeper kicking penalties when there is at the end of the game penalty kick out, because if he kicks and the goalkeeper holds it and throws it upfield, they may not be attacking an open goal. But he comes up, kick and score. So Caleb Romeo adds his name to the list, and so 11 goals have scored, 1 per player on the field. So everybody has gotten a goal, and I guess they would want to give the coach one, and maybe the management staff as well. So a goaler man, all right, 1 goal apiece for the opposite team, so 11 goals. Now you may wonder why the referee not starting the game. It's simply because the goalkeeper is down. Remember, in football, the goalkeeper is the most important player on the football field. If there's no goalkeeper, the game cannot play. You have to designate a goalkeeper for the game to continue. If the goalkeeper is down, the play must stop. And as long as he's down, the referee will keep the play halted. And the thing about it, if the goalkeeper gets injured, he is seen about on the field and he stays on. He doesn't come off like the other players, because the game cannot play without a goalkeeper. So the ball is there. Signal Hill stamping their authority all over this game. 11 goals to 0. A goal for each player, and I think that they will start counting goals for the management staff now. Ball is headed away. It comes there now to the number 6. Marshall plays it to Gibbs. Gibbs has played the ball over the top towards Watkins. Watkins is going to take a foot race. The goalkeeper must come. He has to come. He didn't come, and the ball was played back to the goalkeeper, and he held it, but the referee didn't see it. Normally that should not happen. The ball is played back to the goalkeeper. He's supposed to kick it, but he held it. Well, again, he lived to get away with that one. The ball is played upfield by Mason Hall, just kicking maybe and hoping that the whistle will come. The whistle is not coming, so they still have to wait. The ball is played to, that's Marshall. Marshall boots it upfield towards Watkins. A handle ball right there, as all of the sideline spectators, everybody could have seen the handball. It was a big one. Jumping, and the ball caught between his leg, his thigh and his hand. So definitely easy call for the referee and his assistant. Saint-Hilaire. Mason with an opportunity. Can Maida get the kickoff? He cannot get the kickoff. Cut out there by right. Come to Duncan. Duncan is playing it upfield to find Marcel. Marcel with it now. Plays it forward, trying to put it through the defense. It comes back to Marcel. Marcel beats one, but then loses it in the process. And it's Mason Hall who is kicking it the opposite direction. And if it passes, it will be offside. The referee allowed play to continue because it didn't pass. The ball comes to Duncan. Duncan is playing it forward, but too strong a pass. Goalkeeper collects, no problem. Nice strong kick by the goalkeeper. Good piece of defensive work by Marshall. That's Marcel, Jaden Marcel. 1 minute to go. Ball is with Watkins. Watkins is in the box. Watkins kick and scores, and Watkins get 5 goals now. He goes up. So he has gone to goal number 5 for him. And Watkins, as I was saying earlier on, is one of the senior team players. He plays in the Premier League. So you could imagine when he gets guys his age and a little younger, the kind of authority that he would stamp out here. And this is what you want to see from players who play at higher level when they play at lower levels, even in the game of cricket. You're playing club cricket, when you're playing national cricket, you suppose when you are a national cricket team player, when you're playing club cricket, you should stamp your authority. The ball is there. Play beautiful move by Mohammed, and then he goes to ground. And the referee should have called the play back, but he allowed the play because they had it. The ball is there now with Duncan. Duncan tries to go on his man. The referee says a foul. Clearly a push in the face of Duncan. The ball is played over the top, and if that goes to Marcel, Marcel will be offside. But Jaden Marcel comes on the side, and still an offside call by the referee. And it was early, very, very early. The referee's assistant, and they got to give the referee assistant credit for that. Indeed, offside, and quite rightly so. Anytime from now, we can hear the whistle. Anytime from now, we can hear that final whistle indicating the end of play in this encounter between Mason Hall and Signal Hill. Signal Hill leading by 11 goals to 1. And that's the final whistle indicating that that's the end of play. So again, Signal Hill giving each player that is on the field 1 goal a person, 11 goals to 1. And Mason Hall would feel good with the consolation goal, but I think at the end of the day, Mason Hall is a better team than an 11 to 1 team. They need to do some work on the defense. And it's 13 to 1. Well, I stand corrected, 13 to 1. So many goals to count, and I forget. I probably lost my count. But 13 to 1, I think that Mason Hall is a better team than 13 to 1. They just need to do some work, and they should not feel aggrieved about this because they have actually played against a premiership team. So, all the best going forward. We will leave it here. Thanks to my videographer, Mr. Porter, and we'll see you again at the next game.